Better run. I'm trying to post right now, but my phone is tweaking. My internet is so cooked. I need Starlink really bad. Elon, if you hear me, send me a Starlink device. I'm done with Spectrum. Please buy them out. Replace it all. Bro. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. I can't believe my phone right now. Oh my god. This is unreal. Oh my god. I need help with this. Oh my god. I can't even post. This is so unacceptable right now. For whatever reason, I don't understand what is happening, man. Like, why can't I just load Twitter and just look at the tweet that I posted and make sure that it went through? Okay, 17 minutes into the power hour. I'm just looking for a little bit of a trade. Like I said on my Twitter, I have $103.61 in my buying power. And I'm looking to trade power hour, looking for volatility. We've had a massive move today. We're already up over 1%. And we kind of gapped up a little bit, but we retested the gap and then we're off to the races. New all-time high, 719 on SPY. That divergence on the NASDAQ from yesterday played out well. Now we're going higher. You can see that was pretty clear. You can pull it up again. So you have the SPY right here with a on the daily chart. You had this downward slope, and then it had an upward slope on the NASDAQ. And once again today, the next day, we make a new high. After seeing that, obviously that was about last Thursday, but this new all-time high is coming in. Everything is solid. There's really no reason to look downwards. No reason to be bearish, but it doesn't mean there's not a opportunity to short. But I'm not saying I'm gonna go short. I want to go long, but contracts a little bit volatile here, and 40 minutes left in power hour. Not really too worried about it. I was trying to upload that brief history on Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve that I went over yesterday during the stream that I had compiled, and so I was trying to upload that on my YouTube there. So I did that. Finally got that done, and now I can lock in on this. Hopefully, look for a trade here. See what happens. For now, we're getting close to that 720 area. I don't know if that's going to be a big spot. See what happens during power hour. See if there's an opportunity that comes up. Not in a rush to trade anything though, necessarily. There we go. That's better. Just patience. See what happens with it. I don't know what's up with this. It seems so weird. Just trying to hold up Twitter and make a post, and it's just like crashing. My phone is so slow. Like I don't know what phone. I have an iPhone. I don't even know, iPhone 11 or something. It's an old one. It sucks. It's so bad. It's so cooked. I can't even function in it with this anymore. It's insane. But $719 level. What's going on? Man. Man, I don't know what it is. My internet is so cooked. I don't know. I need a Starlink for real. I need Elon send me a Starlink. I gotta make some money trading so I can upgrade to a Starlink because this thing is cooked. It's terrible. I can't even really load anything on my phone. It's really tripping me out. Like I'm trying to write like a 10,000 word essay yesterday, and my computer is just crashing. I'm trying to edit all this stuff. I'm trying to research, and it's just like it's so difficult because I bought my laptop that I have right now back in 2020, and because my previous laptop, it's an Republic of Gamers laptop by Asus, and this laptop cost me $1,000 in 2020. I paid it in cash, and it was one of the biggest purchases I've made at the time. And this is when I started trading in 2020. And the reason why I had to buy a new laptop is because my previous laptop, which is a similar one, a Republic of Gamers Asus laptop that was a big fat gamer laptop that I was gifted by my friend, my best friend from high school. I had I had done all my work on it. I had created a bunch of stuff on it, and I had all my life's work on the laptop. And then one day it just crashed and died and gave me a black screen permanently. And I took it into Best Buy to the Geek Squad, and they told me they're gonna send it overseas, and it's gonna cost $500 to repair it and then send it back overseas. I decided not to do it, and I decided to separate, which sucks. And I ended up pawning it off, getting rid of the laptop, which sucks. I lost all my data. Probably could have saved it by getting the hard drive or getting the motherboard. I probably could have recovered some of the stuff I had. I had a lot of very important files. Before I ever started trading, I was doing a different type of business, and I had accumulated plenty of work that I had, like my life's work really, and I'm still affected by that to this day. But anyway, I had to separate with that back in 2020. I bought this new laptop. Now 6 years later, this laptop is nearing the same end, seemingly. It's so cooked. I have a 100 megabyte Spectrum internet plan, and it should be unlimited. The internet's normally good. They actually upgraded it last night overnight, but today, and yesterday, my computer's just crashing. It's glitching. Although I have like 900 tabs on my 2 different browsers, yeah, it's a lot. But I'm doing a lot of research. I'm reading a lot of stuff. I'm learning stuff. I'm writing stuff. I'm doing a lot. But my computer's just crashing over and over and over. My phone, I try to do one thing on my phone, it just crashes, and then it just keeps happening over and over. It's really difficult to deal with, and that's what I've been dealing with for a while. What's up with this? Is this actually... I can't tell if this is broken, but see, my computer right now is like tripping. Like it says that the stream time is 5 minutes, but it's been like 20. I don't know if it's even working. Just have to make sure it's working. I think it's fine, but I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Anyway, so I'm having a lot of troubles with technology, and one thing I will say is all these artificial intelligence integrations, all this automated processes, all this hands off from engineers at Google and at Microsoft, all these companies that are integrating all these AI chatbots into their browser, doing all this weird stuff, it's slowing everyone's computers down. People can no longer afford a computer that works. Thank God for Apple for dropping the MacBook Neo. Thank God for Apple for having actually good quality laptops. That's what I'm streaming on. I bought a new Apple MacBook specifically for this purpose, specifically for streaming, and specifically for trading and for the market. And so I can never worry about the computer crashing over and over and over like my Asus laptop, which I spent $1,000 on. And I spent $1,300 on this MacBook before they downgraded the price, just before they released the Neo. It's cool. I'm not worried about it. But I've never had a MacBook before this year, so I'm still getting used to it. But between my iPhone and my Windows laptop, it's cooked, and I'm struggling so bad to get all the things I'm trying to do done. And I'm publishing essays monthly now, and it's really difficult because I keep having problems where my computer crashes, I lose progress, and then I have to restart. I have to do all this research and collect all these tabs so I can read through and compile all the stuff I need. Long story short, I need to get some money from trading, and that's what I'm doing here. I need to really level this up. I need to take this account to 1,000, 2, 3, 5,000. I need to really scale it up, obviously slowly, efficiently, and disciplined. And I have a plan, and I have the $50 doctrine, which I'll go over again. And it's the plan, the basis of the percentage mindset of what we need in order to accomplish positive progress and success in the markets and with trading, because trading is one of the hardest things. Trading is harder than drop shipping. Trading is harder than being a lawyer. Trading is harder than most things, even if you might have some qualms with that, but at the end of the day, trading is a game against you versus yourself, and it's really comes down to the most low-level, basic, fundamental aspects of the human condition and human nature versus yourself. And so that is the reason why it can be attractive, and it can be exciting at times, or it could be depressing at times, but it's all about self-control, and that is one of the keys to life that will allow you to have a successful life and lead a family and lead a positive financial future, creating and developing and building things that are bigger than you, because life is all about contributing towards something bigger than you. It's nothing in life is about you. Everything in life is not about you. Everything in life is about something bigger, a higher purpose. Everything that you do should be contributing towards something bigger than yourself. And if you have issues with yourself, if you don't like yourself, if you have problems in life, forget about all of that and just do something that contributes towards the bigger picture, and do something bigger than yourself. That's the least anyone could do, and that's what everyone should do. And that's kind of what I'm leading towards. And trading is just a small aspect of trading is a very small aspect of how you're gonna be able to conquer your own self and become the disciplined version of yourself that achieves and that's able to receive blessings. Let's see what. Well, anyways, let's see if got a little bit of a rejection at that 71940. Another bit of a red candle. Looks like slipping down to that 21 EMA on the 1-minute chart here. And on the 5-minute chart, we're elevated above the 9 EMA. We're still in a huge uptrend. Yeah, we missed a huge move from 1 o'clock the past 2-3 hours. Been a pretty nice rally from 714 to 720. That would have been, a good move to capture off of that 21 with the retest of the previous high day with the opening candle range. That would have been decent to capture. The higher low made, and then the continuation above the 9, and then we just rode the 9, which is easy trade. From right here, this higher low right here, this is the 9 EMA on 5 riding all the way up. So see if we can get some type of volatility in power hour. Maybe I'll take a trade or not, depends. Like I said, I'm not in a rush. I didn't even take a trade yesterday. I was more focused on Powell and the whole departure, and reading the compilation of the brief history I had wrote. And then I uploaded that today, so you can go check that out. Just a little bit of a commemorative piece for Jerome Powell and the Fed, because I do think that it's been a big part of my journey and my path in the past 6 years, studying the markets and keeping up with the economy and all the different aspects of economics and in finance. And so I've learned a lot, and I've gained a lot, and I'm grateful. And I think that Jerome Powell has done a great job. Some people may disagree, but I disagree with them. I think Jerome Powell did a better job than a lot of people. We had Ben Bernanke back in the day. Ben Bernanke was amazing. We had Paul Volcker. That was a crazy era. It was great, though. Did a decent job. And then we had Janet Yellen. People say they like Janet Yellen a lot. But now we have, we went through Jerome Powell now. 2 terms, 8 years. Nearly aligned with the whole Trump administration saga since 2016. That's kind of the timeline that I went over yesterday. And now, moving into the next era of the Federal Reserve with Kevin Warsh, he's nominated and appointed by the president himself, Trump. Like I said, I think Trump believes that Kevin Warsh is going to listen to what Trump says and he's going to follow orders, but obviously the Federal Reserve is supposed to be and is independent from the government and from politics. And so they should have no political influence or affiliation. They should be 100% focused on economic beneficiality for the people of America. And that's why I love economics versus politics, because economics is everything that matters to people. Politics is everything that's a distraction to everyone else. And it's not the best game to play. Politics is not a fun game to play, in my opinion. It's interesting and it's entertaining and it's cool to learn about, and I love history. But economics is where it's all at. Everybody wants to know how to make more money. Everybody wants to know how to retire. Everybody wants to know how to start a business. Everybody wants to know the opportunities that are presented at this time in history that weren't present 10, 20, 30 years ago without the internet. Things are changing very fast. To recognize that is to be ready and prepared for what's happening and what's going to happen. The opportunities of this market are very similar, in my opinion, eerily similar to the 1870s and the late 1800s with the Panic of 1873 and the railroad expansion and the boom, and then the late 90s with the market absolutely going to the moon. What we had 0% interest rates, I believe, something like that. There's the whole era of the 90s is something that I feel deeply, and I think that it should be studied and it should be remembered. History should be remembered because those who don't remember history will be punished. There's a quote that goes something like that I really hold close, and it's the reason why I do a lot of the things that I do. Trump taking questions after signing an executive order. Yeah, I didn't even have to read it. I knew exactly what it said. Anyways, let's see what Trump is talking about. Anything interesting? The market is loving it though today. I'm loving it too. My portfolio's up big. I'm up like 200% on AMD. I'm up 200% on Intel. But I'm down 66% on Lucid. That sucks. I'm trying to double my Tesla position though, and my Rivian position, which I'm up like 30% each on those two. I'm trying to really get my portfolio up because I've been realizing lately, like, okay, I have like almost 5 figures in my long term, which is not enough, not even close. Like, I'm just realizing, like, man, I need to really accumulate some more stock, and I need to accumulate positions in the long term while I grow my trading account and while I try to create like income stream through my trading ability. And over the past 6 years of me learning and studying markets and failing over and over and over, I'm ready to actually succeed and win and actually gain something that's not just metaphysical. All right, SPY 719. Yeah. 25 left in the market, 25 minutes. Let's see what these option contracts on the SPY are looking like right now. Doesn't seem like there's too much of a volatile move here going into the end. We kind of got a big move today already. We're up over 1%. Doesn't mean there's not a trade though, because at this point, the 720 call, which is $1 out the money, is 40 cents. That's not too bad. And I'm willing to take, like I said, I'm willing to take 5 trades of $30 each with a $20 stop loss, which totals to $100 in losses over 5 trades. And the likelihood of me losing 5 trades in a row is unlikely, but the likelihood of one of those trades, maybe 2 of them, returning the whole amount itself as an outsized asymmetric return is what I'm looking for in order for me to try to move this account up a little bit above where it was before. About a month ago, the account was up 100 something percent, 130%. It was at like $135, and then I kind of blew it, had to reset, and then now took that one $12 trade last Friday and did 400%, kind of reset the account back to 100 now. Didn't take a trade yesterday. Today it looks similar, but I'm willing to take a trade. If we can get another spike here over 720, then that 720, that 721 calls at 20 cents. If we can get it for 30 cents, then I'm not opposed to getting a 720 call for 30 cents in the last 10 minutes even. We have 13 minutes, 23 minutes left. So just saying. Exactly. That's the first thing the administration is supposed to do when they come in. They're supposed to pass all the laws, get all the things happening that they said they were going to do. That's the first thing they should do. But instead of doing that, they tend to get distracted by foreign influence or all these other things. And who knows, they don't end up getting all the things done that they initially talked about, that they ran on, that people supported them for. And that's the issue with the administration at the moment. It's not all bad, but it's not all good at all. It's somewhere in the middle. And at the end of the day, we're coming to the close of this whole era. We're going to be entering a new era. And that's actually a good thing for us. We've been stuck in this for what, 10 years? It's 2026. Think about 2016. Think about what's happened since then. We had Obama from 2012 to 16, and then just think about what happened after that. Ever since the past 10 years, has been good in a lot of ways. Economically, it's been huge, but in other ways, it's been stagnant. The people haven't got what they want. People still have an affordability crisis, and I'm one of those people. I'm struggling in a big way. I can't afford a new phone. I can't afford a new apartment. I can barely afford the rent. I can barely afford car insurance, like $300 a month. I've been driving for 12 years. Like, I've been working for 10, 11 years at so many jobs, all minimum wage, all suck. None of them are great, except for a couple of them, which I learned some stuff, and I missed the SpaceX interview I had back in 22. That was a huge L on my part. I screwed it up. A lot of the things that I wanted to do that I care about kind of eluded me, and it led me to this point where I'm focused on finances, economics, and trading, investing, and that's kind of what I'm all about now. But I have many other interests that I'm still pursuing and developing in the background, and I have other careers that I'm working on. Trading is just a very small part of the bigger picture for me. But I do think that trading is where most of the money is going to come from initially, and that's why I'm here. Even after 6 years of failing over and over, the main reason why I failed for so long in trading is because I got lucky with AMC and GameStop. Every single time they squeezed in 2021 on January 27th, June 2nd, and then all the way up to 24 with GameStop, I hit every single time. I was lucky. I was blessed. So random. I happen to be there. I happen to have options. I happen to have stock. I happen to come up a lot. But then I screwed it up and I gave it all back over and over every time. And that was my mistake. It was a huge mistake. I've learned, and it would never happen again. And that experience really kind of kept me away from being disciplined, kept me away from wanting to take it more serious and wanting to actually develop a strategy and refining my abilities to protect and manage capital, which is what it's about. It's not about getting rich overnight. It's not about getting rich tonight or today. It's about never being broke again. It's about being consistent over time with anything that you do, and the fruits of that labor will bear in time. Okay, it's looking pretty bullish here. Getting a little bit of a hold on that 9. We're at 719 still. 19 minutes till close. 720 still at 38 cents. If it goes down to 30, I might be willing to take it. But we're running out of time here. 18 minutes left. That's enough time though. These things don't have to move very much. And I will say, I'm looking for an outsized return, and I'm looking for basically lottery type of trades here in the power hour, and I'm looking to take a bigger stop loss and looking to take several trades so that my win rate can effectively skew the metrics. But at the same time, like I said in my $50 doctrine, that I'm focused on percentages. So for me to look for an outsized return of 100, 200%, that doesn't quite align with the percentage mindset that I'm looking to accomplish or to wield. So there is a bit of a I don't know what you call it, a bit of a confrontation there, I guess, between my wanting to gain outsized returns in higher percentages on a small position versus focusing on risk management specifically, which is what I will be doing as the account grows and scales up, and when I can actually take positions that are more realistic and more useful and effective, I'll be able to manage risk a lot better. But for now, given that my account's $103.61, the way to get through that for me, at least, and the way that I'm strategizing and thinking about it, is to use my win rate, which I know that I genuinely have the experience and I understand that I win at least half the time. Even if I don't take the win, even if the trade goes 91% and then it goes back to zero and then I lose, it happens a lot. It happened last week. But I don't lose every trade, and I don't even lose half the trades. So knowing that, I can at least be somewhat assured that if I do take 5 trades with a little bit of a bigger stop loss, looking for a little bit of an outsized return, so if my stop loss is like 60%, which is 20 out of $30, then you could say, okay, I'm looking for something around that or higher for me to take an exit, given that it's a short period of time, 10, 20 minutes in power hour, taking a trade. It might make sense to look for that type of risk to reward, at least to capture the gain and to move forward. Here we are making a new high day. Contracts are at 48 cents, a 720 call. Couldn't get it. It was at 38 cents at the low here. 721 is at 23. I mean, hey, but I'm not trying to go out the money like that. I would prefer to get a $30 contract that's at the money while we're making a move, as a late entry with an early exit, like I always say. The early exit is not necessary though if I'm looking for asymmetric return. So if I want to take a trade, the thing is the way that these contracts are going to move is they're going to be highly volatile. So there's a reason why the stop loss is that big. There's a reason why I'm going to have to look for that as a minimum percentage on the upside as well. And that's just the way the trade will have to work, and that's the way the trades do work. But anyways, it looks like we're kind of going higher. We made a new high day. 719.44. Hopefully this thing is not glitched out. I can't really tell. It's okay. The other thing too is like Meta is down 8% today. Nvidia is down 4% today. Microsoft is down 3.68% today. Nebius is down 2.5%. Oracle is down 1.2%, but SPY is still up 1%. The Nasdaq is still up 1%. Even Intel is flat. PanW, Oracle, yeah, I already said. PayPal's down. I mean, a lot of decent names are down, but I guess it's mostly because of the earnings yesterday, even though Meta did have great earnings, that they're down 8%. They keep talking about the metaverse. Maybe people don't like to hear about the metaverse anymore. The metaverse does have some type of place in the future, especially with everything else. You have to see the bigger picture of it. But yeah, so that's interesting. But the things that are up the most today, Oklo, I mean, I'm invested in Oklo. It's up 10%, but I'm still down quite a bit on that. Google's up 9%. That's huge. Yeah. Google's up pretty big today. And that, I would say, is also a new all-time high for Google. And what I predicted on March 1st, Apple's going to be at $300 in 3 to 4 months by the end of the second quarter. And look at Apple's at what? Apple's been rising steadily. We're starting to get the news that I've been thinking of, and I believe it's going to happen. I don't know if they just had their earnings and they were decent. They're up 1.5%. Apple's at 274. Apple was just short of that 300 level that I'm predicting a couple weeks ago. No, that was December of 25. It was at 287. It's at 274. It looks pretty constructive. Got like a W pattern on the daily chart pulling up. Looks like it. I mean, the weekly chart on Apple says that it's going to go for new highs here very soon. It's going to go to 300. And that's pretty simple. Apple 300, very simple, very easy trade. If you could buy a swing trade on that, it's easy. Buy it for the end of the year, buy a leap, whatever you want to do. It's free money in my opinion. Nothing is free, but you can guarantee that I give it a 99% likelihood that my prediction does come true, that Apple will be 300 plus by the end of June, beginning of July. And you can see it on my Twitter. I posted on March 1st all the predictions about the gas. I went short on the gas. I should have said it's going to go double, but I said it was going to go up 25 to 50 cents, which it did in like 2 days after the war really started going. I mean, it was obvious, but all those predictions in that post are clear and they all are very solid. And I think that was pretty good timing. Although I'm not taking advantage of any of it because I can't afford to just buy leaps on Apple. I can't afford to trade oil. I'm not trying to do that. I do want to trade silver though. Like I missed that. I missed a huge silver trade back last year. Man, there's a whole story about silver and the market that I was prepared for it and I just totally missed it. Just like MU, I called it in 22 at $90 and now it's at 500. And I literally predicted it would hit 250 by the end of 25 in 22. And it did that exactly, almost to the day. It was insane. And then now it doubled from there. It's almost at 500. And I never bought the stock until a couple of weeks ago. So I really got to start taking my own advice and start investing on the plays that I predict and the things that I believe. Because instead of just only trading and just only looking to take a short intraday trade, like trying to capture the move like that, like I need to be doing both. I need to try to diversify my positions to longer term, medium term, and day trading. So obviously I need more capital to do that. So I'm really working on trying to gain more capital, trying to get right. Okay, here, 10-minute rigged, 10-minute rigged at new high 719.61. That 720 looks good. Okay, just don't want to take it for 48 cents. We'll see. 10-minute rig, got 10 minutes left. Looks bullish. 721 calls 24 cents. So I mean, could settle for that, but I don't know. I'm not too like imposed on entering a call here in the last 10 minutes necessarily, but if we start spiking, maybe it's worth a quick test. I can't wait till June 4th to test the PDT rule dissipation. I can't wait. It's gonna be dope. All right, well, honestly, Trump didn't say much. I listened to the speech. He didn't really say anything. Not gonna lie. Which one does the best? Apple. I'll just say that. Okay, a little bit of a rejection off that high. Still elevated over the 90 MA. It's bullish. Are we gonna get a move in the last 10? We got 9 minutes left. Let's see. Trying to see what's happening. Oh, my phone is tripping. What the heck? The heck? No context. You don't need context. Lucid is up 10% today. For what? For what? It's down like 80% in the past year, so I don't really know. But like I said, I'm gonna invest in Lucid until it goes to zero, and I don't care. I'll keep investing until it goes to zero and disappears and gets delisted. I will do so. I will do so. Because the opportunity, in my opinion, that 20, 30 years from now, Lucid is a multi-billion-dollar company. even more than that. And that's a huge speculation that I'm making. And I believe in electrification. I have a lot of experience with solar. I believe in electrons. And nuclear fusion, I understand, and I've done a lot of research, but I think nuclear fusion is not even close to what people are going to think it is and what they want it to be. It's not even close. Even if it does happen, it's going to take longer than people expect for it to actually be efficient and be consistent and generate enough energy to actually do something to the grid. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. But I think electrification is happening right now. And there's a lot of discounted opportunities like Rivian, maybe Lucid. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend buying Lucid. I'm doing it on my own accord because I see the cars. I've experienced them. I like the company. And for me, it's one of my diversification tactics. You know, I own Tesla, Rivian, and Lucid. So even if Lucid fails, at least I have Rivian and Tesla, and I know Tesla's gonna win, and I'm pretty sure Rivian's gonna win. I drive a Rivian car all the time. I know a lot about it, but I do think that there's huge opportunity now, and I think electrification is still very underscored. People don't believe in it enough. And the one qualm people say is about batteries, and people don't want to waste, and there's some things to talk about, but I think electric vehicles and solar panels and solar innovation is going to dictate a big part of the future, and some pretty good investments, I'd like to think. Human development is stalling almost everywhere, per The Economist. Well, duh. Because humans are doing less work now. So the people who actually are doing real work are diminishing. Bitcoin, yeah, you already know Bitcoin's gonna go. It seems like the meme, I've been noticing the meme coin market is seemingly like picking up again. We had that scam. I seen like a scam almond coin that they're talking about after Elon Musk had been tweeting about that with the OpenAI lawsuit. That scam almond coin went up like 10,000% from like a couple 100K market cap to like 10, 15 million. I seen it. So it seems like there is some type of like exuberance coming back into the meme market, into the crypto market, and that's a good thing. We want that to continue, and we want more activity because it leads people back to Bitcoin, leads people back to Solana, where the real development is going to be happening. So the blockchain and decentralization is a whole different thing, and it's huge. It's probably also underestimated at this time. Okay, 720 calls, 27 cents now, but we're having a red candle. There's no reason to enter it here, but just for 720 calls at 24 cents now, so didn't really do much. High day was 60, low a day is 4 cents. Coming into the 21 EMA on the 5-minute chart, still very good support. 4 minutes left. Seems like there's not much of a trade here. I don't see momentum, or I mean, we probably have earnings after hours too. I don't know which ones, but we probably have some earnings after hours again. So there may be a move after hours. I don't really want to necessarily be a part of that. Maybe tomorrow I can find a better opportunity in Power Hour. I'm really just waiting. I want to see that. I want to see some momentum in Power Hour. So if we can get a day where we kind of consolidate going into the end of the day, then we might be able to get a move in the end of the day, which we kind of did today, but it's more halfway through. I'm looking for a little bit more of a clear opportunity, and I'm willing to be patient. I'm willing to wait a few days if that's the case. You know, I'm not going to just take a random trade during Power Hour or during the last 10. Although I am willing to risk what I said I'm going to risk on the position. Okay. Pull up the 1 minute chart. I can't really do that right here. I guess I can, huh? See this move from 1 o'clock right here. This would have been the entry point for a late entry. Confirmed a higher low. Confirmed above the previous high twice. Broke the new high. This is the entry point. In my opinion, that would have been a decent trade. If I could have seen that, if I could have been there at the time, but I wasn't there at the time. Okay, pulling back a little below the 21 here now. Okay. 2 minutes so close. Jensen Huang sat down to have a conversation about and to explain what will it take for the US to lead the AI revolution. I didn't mean to repost that, but I'll have to listen to that. Must have been here then. Yeah. Okay, that's the close right there. Wow. Ding dong. That's the close. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, no trades for me today. There we go. A little bit of a red candle into the close. Boom, boom. I'll see y'all later. Be back tomorrow. Hopefully there's a better trade tomorrow. There was a good opportunity today. I'm sure a lot of people made money. I seen it. Grateful for y'all. God bless. Have a great rest of the day. I'll be back tomorrow. And I'm going to go over the $50 doctrine again tomorrow. Like I was supposed to do it today, but I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to lock in. I'm going to get that done. We're going to really focus on the percentage mindset. Going to really lock in, make this account boom.